So as we continue to push forward with the Battle of Umbara, we come to one of the key moments in the engagement, the struggle for the Umbaran Air Base. And to understand why this airbase is so significant, we have to take a look at Umbara's air power, specifically the Zenaus-33 Starfighter. I'm Colin, and this is Sci-Fi Deep Dive. Remember, if you enjoyed this video, to head down below and hit that subscribe button. So the Zenaus-33 Starfighter is a very significant piece of Umbaran technology. Basically, the entirety of the Umbaran Malicious Air Force seems to be made up exclusively of this type of multi-role starfighter that seems to fill a variety of roles, from engaging Republic forces in orbit to carrying out ground attack against Republic troops on the land. So to understand the significance of seizing the airbase and the Umbaran forces defending the airbase, we must first take a closer look at the Zenaus-33. Manufactured by Ghost Armaments right there on Umbara, the Zenaus-33 was the mainstay starfighter of the Umbaran Air Force. At 10 meters long and 12 meters tall, it's a rare vehicle that is taller than it is long, which is kind of just an interesting fun fact. As far as armament goes, it was armed with a single chin-mounted electromagnetic plasma cannon, which served as its primary weapon, that was often supported by a pair of wing-mounted missile pods. Like the mobile heavy cannon we talked about last week, this vehicle has a ray-shielded bubble cockpit. In fact, like I mentioned in that video, it's very likely that these cockpits are interchangeable, meaning that the cockpit for one of these starfighters can be used in their mobile artillery pieces. Just an interesting little fun fact. Now, there are some advantages of that. That would have been very easy on the maintenance crews, who really only need equipment to repair one set of cockpits in between these two vehicles. And it means that conceivably a crew member trained to operate one vehicle could conceivably operate the other. On top of that, this specific cockpit is very, very secure, relying on ray shields to keep their crew members safe instead of things like transparasteel. This means that it can take quite a bit of small arms fire before it fails and exposes the pilot to outside elements or hostile forces. This would have kept the pilot relatively safe, but it's likely that the entire vehicle was protected by ray shields, as seems to be pretty common for most Umbaran war machines. As far as maneuverability goes, it seems to be a remarkably maneuverable starfighter, on par with things like an Imperial TIE fighter, which is also notably maneuverable. But unlike the Imperial starfighters that would come about a decade into the future, these Umbaran starfighters were ray-shielded and had a much higher survivability rate than their TIE fighter counterparts. Compared to Republic starfighters, though, they were significantly more capable, being able to do things like strafing and function almost like a gunship, as well as a primary strike fighter and air superiority fighter, making them a very versatile platform for the Umbarans and a pain in the ass for the Republic forces attempting to take Umbara. And the influence these fighters had on the Battle of Umbara itself is remarkable. They were a very significant asset for both sides during the engagement. During the defense of the world, these starfighters were used in an effort to stave off Republic landing forces. While they ultimately did fail at this objective, they were still a terrifying force to be reckoned with for Republic troops landing on the shadowy world. They were used to continually harass Republic forces as they tried to push towards the capital, making it difficult for forces of both the 501st and the 212th to advance on the planet's capital. And when the forces of Obi-Wan's 212th were besieging the capital, they provided air support for the Umbaran defenders and protected supply ships that were dropping off supplies to the Umbaran defensive forces around the capital of the planet. Meanwhile, on the Republic side, several of these fighters would be stolen on at least 2 occasions by members of the 501st. Initially used to destroy the Umbaran armor that was defending the approach to the airbase, and again used to carry out an assault against a separatist supply ship in orbit, much like the assault on the droid control ship over Naboo some 10 years in the past. All in all, though, these played a crucial role along with a lot of other pieces of Umbaran technology. 2 major pieces of technology were their heavy armored vehicles, most notably the impeding assault tank and the heavy mobile cannon. If you'd like to learn about those vehicles, I'll leave a link up here to my video on the armor used to defend the airbase. And I'd like you to let me know down in the comments whether you think these fighters truly are that much more capable than Republic starfighters, or do you think they're kind of drummed up for PR purposes and to make the Umbarans seem like a more imposing force. And if you have anything else you'd like to see me cover in Star Wars, you can let me know down below in the comments. Last but not least, if you enjoyed this video, head down below, hit the like button, the subscribe button, and the bell icon so you get notified when I upload new videos. So for Sci-Fi Deep Dive, I'm Colin, and I will see you next time.